Many people wonder whether this was the firebrand, radical, left-leaning, nationalistic and patriotic President Buhari that is now in the position of power. Whether it was the same person they used to know. The Buhari before power was a Buhari that will ally himself with Gani Fawahimi, with Bekor and Sakuti, with Wole Soyinka, with Femi Falana, with the likes of Shehu Sani, and with the likes of Balaribe Musa, Colonel Umar, and other leftist radicals. The Muhammad Buhari, who was there before power, was the one that would align himself with the Mike Ahamba, with the Buba Galadima, with Dembo, with Tam Debur West. Now, what has happened to the Buhari that we know?
Banditry, kidnapping, they have become common words in our national conversation. Today, 70 kidnapped, 20 kidnapped, 100 kidnapped. But it appears that your dear state, Kaduna State, has become the headquarters of kidnapping of recent. What bothers me, though, is that each kidnapping has gone with demand for hefty ransom. As if the kidnapping challenge is now trying to raise money to keep regenerating itself. But your governor, Nasir El-Rufai, says he will not negotiate. First, what's your reaction? What's your attitude to this spate of kidnappings in Kaduna State? Are they just criminality, or has it anything else to do with it?
Thank you for this question again. Kidnapping, banditry, and acts of terrorism have become not just a menace in northwestern part of Nigeria, but a cancer. A cancer that has spread to almost all parts of the northwest. The outside world have been familiar with the terrorism in the northeast and the attacks and violence in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa State in the last 1 decade and 1 year. But that of the northwest is now the most important challenge in the whole country. Bandits riding on motorcycles and holding AK-47 and moving in groups are every day unleashing terror against innocent citizens in our own part of the country. Life has become a hell in the states of Katsina, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi now, Kaduna, and Niger State. They have become so daring and audacious that they now impose taxes on farmers. Our farmers cannot go to their farms because of bandits, and our children cannot go to their schools. They have progressively destroyed education, especially in rural communities. It has become dangerous now for you to allow your own son or daughter to go to a boarding school in the rural northwestern part of Nigeria. And these bandits have even reached a point of writing letters to communities that we are coming on so date. This is how terrible it has become. If there is any part of the country today that symbolizes a symptom of a failing state, it's the northwestern part of Nigeria. And the state governments are behaving hopeless and helpless in this situation. Our Kaduna is now the hub of kidnappers. You cannot move a kilometer outside Kaduna, anything after 6 or 7 p.m. without getting yourself into the hands of kidnappers. As a result of kidnapping activities, families have been impoverished. You can't go to their farms. And for those whose their own loved one were snatched, they sell their farms, sell their homes, sell their belongings to pay ransom to bandits. Where is the government? Where is the country? Where is the responsibility of power and authority? If people are elected into office, they cannot protect us. So ridiculous is the fact that even lawmakers are afraid of confronting the executive arm of the state on matters of security. And something so ironic and comical. You see state governors whose states are facing serious security challenges with children, women, and villagers being kidnapped. You will see a state governor raising such issues in his state. The moment he comes to Abuja to visit the president, on his way out, when he is surrounded by the media from the villa, he changes the story. If we don't rise up to this challenge, we will have no country in the next few years. Because with bandits now collecting taxes, they have become the fourth tier of government. We have federal, state, local, and now it's bandits. Where do we go from here? There are states that have adopted the policy of negotiation, and there are states that don't negotiate. But the negotiation has only provided a platform for us to know who are the leaders of these bandits. But apart from that, it has not stopped killings and kidnappings. Kaduna State today is a hub for kidnappers because all the headsmen from southern part of Nigeria that were driven have come to lodge in Kaduna. All the bandits that were negotiated with in other states and have left have come to lodge in Kaduna. So Kaduna now is their center, is their epicenter, is their headquarters, is their citadel. How? Why? How can a nation reach such a level? Now look at it. We don't seem to have learned our lessons. There was kidnap in Chibok. There was kidnap in Dapchi, in the northeastern part of Nigeria. We ought to learn from that, but we have not. And then it happened in Kagarana State, which is my alma mater. Then it happened in Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Kaduna. Then it happened in Greenfield University. Then it happens in Federal Government Girls College, Jengibe. Then it happens in Ankara. Then it happens in Yauri. Kaduna State University was attacked. Lecturers and pupils in Zaria were kidnapped. Now, over 121 students of the Bethel Baptist High School, Kaduna, are currently in the hands of kidnappers. That of Greenfield, the parents paid almost close to 200 million naira. And that of the Bethel Baptist High School, they are asking for almost 2 to 3 times more than that. Where will the parents get this money and pay? Where is our conscience? Where is the conscience of our leaders? Where is their humanity? Where is their promises and pledges? You will see a lawmaker, because he doesn't want to offend the people that took him there, he can't stand up and reflect the reality. While people are losing their children, women are being raped. So as far as I'm concerned, no matter any infrastructural development you are able to achieve as a leader, Once the blood of your people is being spilled every day, you have not achieved anything. Where human lives don't matter, nothing matters. Look at what is happening in Benue. Killings every day, everywhere. In Plateau State, the same thing. In Nasarawa State. Coming back to Kaduna, out of the whole 23 local governments we have, it's only two local governments, Kaduna North and Kaduna South, which are located in the metropolis, are the ones that are simply free from kidnappers. So where is the country? Where is the government? Where is the nation? If those who are saddled with the responsibility of tackling this problem are also behaving hopeless and helpless, then we will not have a country in the next few years.
Senator, the government seems to be hemmed in. As a father, when you feel this sense of helplessness, sense of loss, can almost drive you to attempt and utilize any option. Can it be moved into advising the governor to negotiate?
I don't think negotiation can solve the problem completely, but it can only give you an idea of the problems which you are confronted with, and it also provides you the opportunity to penetrate the bandits in order to destroy them. More than 300 villages in Niger State and Kaduna State have been displaced. Close to Kontagora, bandits will kill people, and it doesn't even stop at the poor people nowadays. The son of Emir of Kontagora was killed. The driver of the Emir of Benungwari was killed. A lawmaker was killed moving from Zamfara to Kano to take his son. His son has been in captivity. A businessman was killed in Bauchi State. Students, university lecturers, doctors, engineers, lawyers, nobody is safe in this country again. So, you ask yourself, a country that has an army, a navy, an air force, a police, a civil defense, with all these myriads of security agencies, we can't protect our country, we can't protect our people. What kind of country and what kind of leaders are in office? To me, I believe that if we are going to tackle this problem, we must unite as a country. Our sectional, ethnic, and religious division is simply destroying us and making it impossible. There is a need to have a national solidarity that, hey, we're having a common danger that has the capacity of consuming us all. Let us unite as a country and fight this. Whether this danger is herdsmen, whether this danger is separatists, whether this danger is banditry, whether this danger is terrorism, let's unite as a country and do away with gunmen unknown and unknown who have declared war on Nigeria. But from what I've seen, it has become a business for many people. Billions are now pumped into banditry and terrorism in form of ransom, and there seems not to be any in sight. And from the side of the government, hundreds of billions are being pumped into security and defense apparatus, and it's still not solving the problem. I will always make references to this. The Minister of Finance, Ajia Zainab, made a recent disclosure that she has released 1.3 trillion naira in 28 months with Nigerian Army under the last service chiefs. Different from the special approvals and allocations which they have been going to get from, which they have been going to the president to get. From 2015 to date, defense and security budgets have been the highest, gets the highest allocation in our national annual budgets. So you are pumping in money without commensurate result. How can we be pumping in hundreds of millions of dollars to confront bandits? Bandits who are only using AK-47 and motorcycle and their phone. They are not that sophisticated for us to crush as a country. We need the political will. We need to unite as a country. We need to adopt technologies that will make it impossible for these people. Nigeria's defense budget is about 10 times or 50 times more than the defense budget of Niger Republic. And Niger Republic is safer than Nigeria. Our security agencies, before the coming of this service chief, what do? They are all establishing universities in their villages. They are launching, now the security agencies are building hotels and shopping malls. They have also have even business unit. Is that what a security agency is supposed to do? To build event centers, to build shopping malls, to build hotels, to build universities. What are we supposed to do as a country? We are over 211 million people. Niger is 1.5 times the size of Nigeria. Algeria is almost twice the size of Nigeria in landmass. If they can secure their borders, we should be able to secure our borders and secure our country. I want leaders that will be decisive, firm, and strong on banditry, on armed herdsmen, on terrorism. In the Northwest today, the leaders of these bandits, the Dogogide, the Baleri, they conduct interviews, send videos of people they kidnap, and we are not serious about them.
Distinguished Senator, there's another narrative that appears laughable on the surface, but to me it is frightening. One, just last week, Tuesday, the report was that the bandits came in a minimum population of 200. 200 in attacking some parts of Kaduna State. Now, this Thursday morning, there was a very ugly report of a woman who had just been released. Incidentally, this is between Enugu and Port Harcourt where she was kidnapped. And her story is a horror. That in her presence, two victims, two people who were kidnapped, whose own relations could not raise money, were brought out and shot in the presence of about 100 other people who were kidnapped to see what would be their end if they did not bring ransom. And that these people did not end at shooting them, that in their presence, their bodies were decapitated in parts and loaded into a sack. The picture makes me sad. That's the simplest language I can use. But what frightens me is that some state governments are saying that these kidnappings, this burning of communities and ransom taking are being orchestrated by certain politicians in order to access power or discredit those in government. Does that sound credible to you? And can our politics have descended so low as to use the citizen's life to access power?
Well, it is a gruesome picture of what the lady has experienced. And these are the part of daily tragedies we face. Some are reported and many never had the privilege of coming to limelight. But this is one of the story of horror that our people face every day. What you are saying is a fact. how can we go about this? And we have a country we call our own. If we don't wake up to this reality, even the places that we think are safe will now lose that form of semblance of safety which they have. No matter how rich you are, once you are surrounded by people who are armed and who are desperate, then no one else is safe. If anyone will tell you that Nigeria will find itself in this situation in the last 20 years, no one will believe you. And promises and pledges have been made. One of the reasons why this government was voted in 2015 was to be able to tackle these problems. But see how this has moved from bad to worse. It's a fact that the bombing campaigns of Boko Haram that used to be in the cities are no more. But the bloodshed now is more than the ones we have in those days. In the past, it is the cities that are not safe and rural areas that are safe. In the present, both the rural areas and the cities are not safe. With a handful of informants, they can reach to anybody and anywhere at any time. In Niger State, about 200 students from Tegina Islamic School are still in the hands of kidnappers. With all the security agencies we have, no one can pinpoint where 200, not 10, not 20, 200 human beings were hidden in our own bush, and nobody knows where they are. That of Bethel School is 121. Nobody can pinpoint, none of these security agencies that can arrest any critic anywhere can detect where these helpless students are currently being kept. So with regards to what you are raising, I believe that the most important of it is that the government has failed. And there's a need for it to wake up to this reality. Trying your best is not the solution. It is doing what is right. People are being paid to protect this country. People are being allocated as professionals to work on this, our security challenges, and they are not doing what they ought to do. So I felt that we shouldn't relent in doing anything possible to secure this country before it crashes.
Distinguished Senator, can a Nigerian politician now, as been alleged by at least 2 governors, get to the point of wanting to get power by killing his people?
Well, I will answer it this way. I still believe that there are powers behind this banditry for a number of reasons. Look, these bandits have been collecting hundreds of millions of naira. I have never seen a house belonging to a bandit. I've never seen a hotel or a shopping mall belonging to a bandit. I've never seen any business outfit belonging to these bandits. And when these bandits unfortunately get caught, you will not see even a shirt of 2,000 naira on them. Then you ask yourself, who is benefiting from this? It is clear that they are working for some people as far as I'm concerned. If a bandit is caught, for example, the bandits from the ones that kidnapped the student of Federal Greenfield University, the parents said they paid over 180 million. And If you put in the other collections from other bandits, it is running to billions of naira. But up to today, there is no one single bandit that you can identify with anything worth 1 million naira. So it appears from this submission that they are working for some people who provide their arms, and they are more or less like commission agents in the business of kidnapping. But the money goes to some powers behind what we can see. And until the government get to those people, we are not likely going to have respite from these killings and kidnapping. So I will share that belief that there are forces behind it. But whether those forces are doing it for political reasons or what is what I don't know. But what I believe, as far as my belief is concerned, that there are forces behind these bandits.